Last Sunday, President Donald Trump stood before the world to announce the completion of the historic deal with Iran. He wrote on Truth Social, "The agreement with the Islamic Republic of Iran is now complete. Congratulations to everyone." He ordered the opening of the Strait of Hormuz and exclaimed, "Oh, ships of the world, start your engines, let the oil flow." In Tel Aviv, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu holds his first press conference in 3 months. A reporter asks him, "What is the text of the agreement?" Netanyahu answers, with a shocking admission, "We do not know what is written in the agreement." And while journalists at the White House try to obtain a copy of the memorandum, the White House refuses to share the text. And Trump, when confronted with questions about the lack of transparency, exploded, saying, "I myself want the text to be published," attempting to evade the truth. Today, we will tell you the story of the invisible agreement, the story of how an American administration announces the greatest diplomatic achievement in its history, while no one, not allies, not journalists, not Congress, can see it. Come with me. Chapter 1. The Invisible Agreement. A deal no one can see. The first problem with this agreement is the absolute lack of transparency. According to a report from the 11th Hour program, the White House and the administration team refused to show journalists or lawmakers the full text of the Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, that was announced electronically. Sources say it is a Memorandum of Understanding, not a binding treaty. It is merely a framework to begin technical talks within 60 days. Even more striking, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu admitted that he does not know what is written in the agreement because Israel was completely excluded from the negotiation process. And that is not all. Senior Israeli ministers like Itamar Ben-Gvir and Bezalel Smotrich said publicly, Israel is not a party to the agreement, and it is not bound by anything. So how can a deal of this magnitude be so secret? Secret even from America's closest ally in the region? Chapter 2. Trump's outburst. Iran is lying. Hours after Iranian news agencies published details of the agreement, according to their version, Trump became angry and wrote on Truth Social, "What they said, including their weak and pathetic statement about the agreement, has nothing to do with the truth." He added, "Very dishonest people to deal with. With them, there is no such thing as dealing in good faith." Iranian sources had published details, including the release of frozen Iranian assets and the end of the war in Lebanon. Trump denied all of that, but he refused to provide a copy of the agreement so people could see what was true and what was false. Analysts on the program described this behavior as resembling the sale of jelly promises, an administration boasting about a document they cannot even show on screen. Chapter 3. Israel's reaction. We are not bound. In the press conference that Netanyahu held 21 hours after Trump's announcement, the Israeli Prime Minister tried to polish the image, but he could not hide the truth. Israel was completely sidelined. Netanyahu said, "This agreement was done by the United States. This is President Trump's decision, and he is leading it." When asked about his relationship with Trump, he answered with a phrase that summed up the crisis. "We agree a lot, and we disagree a lot. That happens in the best of families." But his ministers were less diplomatic. National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir wrote on X, "The state of Israel is not a banana republic. My position is clear. We are not partners in this agreement, and it does not bind us in any way." Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich described the agreement as bad for Israel and for the entire free world. Even Trump described Netanyahu as a very difficult person and added in an interview with the New York Times, "Frankly, he should be very grateful to us for this, because if Iran had a nuclear weapon, Israel wouldn't exist." For 2 hours. Chapter 4. The terms of the agreement. What was announced, according to leaks from multiple sources. First, immediate opening of the Strait of Hormuz without any preconditions. Second, lifting of the American naval blockade on Iranian ports. Third, cessation of military operations on all fronts, including Lebanon. Fourth, postponement of the nuclear file to 60 days from signing, where technical talks on enriched uranium will begin. But the strangest part is the fourth provision. Trump said, "The agreement deals conceptually with Iranian nuclear materials." In other words, there is no actual solution to the nuclear file, only an Iranian pledge not to seek a nuclear weapon, a pledge Iran had already made in 1970 when it signed the Non-Proliferation Treaty. Analysts on the program mock this. This is the agreement that ended a 100-day war, an Iranian pledge that did not require a war in the first place. The final scene. What happens next? Let us summarize what we have learned today. First, the agreement is invisible. The White House refuses to publish the text of the MOU, and allies do not know its contents. Second, conflicting narratives. Trump says one thing, Iran says another. another, and there is no text to settle the dispute. Third, Israel is angry. Netanyahu says he does not know what is in the agreement, and his ministers declare that Israel is not bound by it. Fourth, the nuclear file is postponed. The core dispute has not been resolved. It has been deferred to later talks. Fifth, zero trust. Trump described the Iranians as dishonest, and Iran describes America as unreliable. And the question that remains hanging in the air tonight, after 100 days of war, thousands of deaths, and billions of dollars in losses, is this the best that the most powerful nation on earth can achieve? A deal no one can see, no one trusts, and Israel's allies reject? The 11th Hour concludes its report with a harsh phrase: "This is not a peace agreement. This is a desperate marketing announcement from a president trying to save his popularity before the midterm elections." On Friday, we will witness the official signing in Geneva, and after Friday, the most decisive 60 days will begin. Will Trump succeed in turning this secret memorandum into lasting peace, or will the lack of transparency and trust destroy everything? Stay tuned. The story is not over yet.
Write your opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to receive all our new videos. See you in the next video.